This is one of my favorite hypercars in all of Forza Horizon 5, but the problem with it is it has a pretty expensive price tag of $20 million. But luckily, not every hypercar in Forza Horizon 5 carries a heavy price point, so today, we're gonna be diving into 5 of the cheapest hypercars that you could buy right now in Forza Horizon 5, as well as their prices. And first up, we have the 2014 Porsche 918 Spider. That looks scary. We're gonna go the other way. And this car has an incredibly cheap price point of only $250,000 off the auction house. Now, all of these cars have their auction house prices listed, because if you buy them from Forza directly, hypercars are generally quite pricey, but it'll reach a pretty high top speed. It looks very nice, as you can see. So for $250,000, which I have many money making methods on my channel that earn you more than $250,000 in just 1 minute. So literally everyone watching this video could go ahead and get this car right now. And I think it's worth it. It's a beautiful car. Next up, we have the Pagani Zonda Cinque Roadster 2009. I'm sure I said that wrong. But this beautiful car is only gonna set you back 500,000 credits, which is not a lot in Forza Horizon 5. That's 2 minutes on the event that I'm gonna be linking down below. Now, these cars aren't necessarily always the fastest cars in Forza Horizon 5, but that being said, this thing's kind of a drag beast. When I first started playing Forza Horizon 4, my friend actually got one of these cars for free for having the Game Pass or something, and he beat every single one of my cars, so like it was really annoying for me because he had this car, which was a free car. I'd never heard of Pagani, so it is pretty fast. And for $500,000, it makes a pretty cool addition to your garage. And there's some pretty cool paint jobs for it, so let me know down below. Are you gonna buy this car? Boys, before we go any further, we do have a quick 30-second sponsor for today's video. If you guys are looking for a safe, secure, modded account, go ahead and check out MitchCactus.com. And if you do decide to purchase anything, make sure you're using code Rizon for 5% off all your purchases. They do offer anywhere from coin packages to your existing Forza account. So if you don't want to go ahead and start a new account because you already have progress on your existing one, that's okay. They can add as much as you would like to your existing account depending on the package you buy. They have thousands of Trustpilot reviews. So if you're interested, go ahead and check out MitchCactus.com. At number 3, we have a Lamborghini Aventador LP700-4 2012 edition. And this beautiful car is also only going to set you back $500,000 off the auction house. And like, it's not exactly $500,000. You could find them for in the 400,000s, maybe even in the 300,000s if you're patient. But this is just like one of the most classic looking Lamborghinis, in my opinion, that you can get in Forza Horizon 5. Just look at all the edges. It's just like, when I picture a Lamborghini in my head, this is the car that pops up. And obviously you can paint cars whatever color you want, but I think Lamborghinis look best in yellow. Now, I'm also not going to be including any free cars on this list, like ones Forza gives you for doing certain things, because in that case, most of the cars would be 0 credits, and then you'd be trying to figure out what you had to do. But for price-wise, $1 million gets you this car and the car before. I think that's pretty well worth it. And there's a chance you already had this car. This is considered a hypercar. All these cars are considered hypercars within Forza Horizon 5. But anyways, let's go ahead and dive into number 2 on today's list. Also, if you guys hear a lot of banging, I can't stress my annoyance enough. They started construction like 5 feet from my window, and I've been a few days without recording, so I'm just biting the bullet and doing it, and I apologize. But at number 2, we have the T50 2022 Gordon Murray Automotive. I've never heard of this brand in my life. But, oh my goodness, there's like a rocket launcher on the back. What? You can change some crazy things. VMAX boost or high downforce. This car's crazy. It's only $700,000. I've never driven this car before, but I guess people weren't very impressed with it, and I can kind of see why. This thing's hard to control. It sounds crazy. Let's put it into high downforce. Maybe that helps us corner better. But yes, this car's only $700,000 off the auction house, and it's actually very common. There's so many of this car up that it almost floods the auction house when you search for hypercars under $1 million. This is definitely the most widespread one there. Boy, is it hard to control. I've never heard of this brand before. It kind of looks like a mixture of like a Koenigsegg and a Porsche, if I'm being honest. Maybe that's just me from the front, that is. looks like dangerous from the back. But anyways, for this hypercar, I don't know if it's worth the price. Honestly, $700,000. Maybe it's really good at track racing. If you know more about this car, let me know down below. It does have a lot of pep though. It gets going really fast. It feels like an RC car, if I'm being honest. But anyways, let me know down below. We're moving on to the final car on today's list. And the final car is a 2023 model, one of the first ones in Forza Horizon 5, Aston Martin Valkyrie, not Markin. And this is the most expensive car on our list today. But that being said, I think it's the coolest car on our list today. And possibly one of the fastest. We're gonna take it onto the highway here. These cars are all stock also. But this car is gonna set you back a hefty $1 million, which is again, only 5 minutes of work if you do the event I've tagged. So in just under half an hour, you can get your hands on every single one of these cars in Forza Horizon 5 and have some nice additions to your collection. I know hypercars are kind of some of the more sought after cars in Forza Horizon 5, and don't get me wrong, none of these are close to the fastest cars in the game, but boy do they look cool. If you guys want a list where I cover the cheapest but still fastest cars in Forza Horizon 5, let me know. I can definitely try and make that video. But that is gonna conclude our list for today. So if you made it to the end, let me know down below. We stuck that corner so easily. As always, we'll see you in the next video. I'm out. How far are we gonna get? 1,600 feet. A peace.